Okay, so for the online people, hope my voice is clear for you. Can you confirm me on chat once? Online guys, are you able to hear me? If you are not, you know what will happen. Okay, so in last class we have seen few examples, right? On which topics we have seen? Loops. Our last concept is loops, right? So now write conditions and give star marks. Very, very important on all the Ansible. Very important. Very means very important. Conditions. What is the concept? First of all, what is the meaning of condition as per your knowledge? Huh? Condition means which follow the rules. Then what about regulations? Condition means basically set of rule. What we can call as rule actually condition. For example, let me tell you, sir, it is my Ansible main server, correct or not? I have two worker nodes, or like I have two servers. How many servers? These two servers are connected to Ansible. You know how to run the playbook as well. But now remember, sir, I want to install Git. What I want to install? Or let's take Maven, or let's take Docker. Anything is fine. Okay. I am taking Apache here, or you can take Maven. Anything is fine. Or even if you want to install, you can give tree package as well. What you can use? Sir, what my requirement is? In these two servers, one is Red Hat server. Which one? Second one is Ubuntu server. Got my point? First one is Red Hat. Second one is Ubuntu. So on Red Hat, what is the package manager? If I want to install anything, what is the package manager? Yum. But on Ubuntu, apt. Point clear? To install tree on Red Hat, the package manager is yum package manager. I need to give yum install. What I need to give? Or to install on Ubuntu, I need to give apt install. What I need to give? Sir, you tell me both package managers same or different? Sir, for Red Hat, I need to use yum. It is a condition. For Ubuntu, I need to use apt. What happened? For example, if I use yum to Ubuntu and apt to Red Hat, will it work, sir? This is what you call as condition. What we are going to call it as? Okay. So here what exactly I'm going to do is I'm going to create one playbook. Inside the playbook, I'm going to write the code. Okay. If my server is Red Hat command will work. Red Hat package manager. If my server is Ubuntu will work. So let's create a playbook for it. So playbook, you already have one playbook, right? So vim playbook2.yml. So you can use this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm remove all of this. Okay. So first of all, I'm giving installing tree on Red Hat. Name you can give whatever you want, correct or not? Installing okay, sorry, tree. Installing tree on Red Hat. Thanks for correcting. So next here, sir, task I have taken. What is my task one, sir? Here, installing tree on Red Hat. So I can use yum package manager or I can use apt package manager. I said you one command. If you remember, we can use yum name is equal to git as well as state is equal to present. Apart from that, I said one more thing that is called as command. Direct command you will give or not. What is the direct command to install? Yum install tree-y. Clear or not, sir? Sir, but when you want to execute your command, when I want to execute this command means when Ansible OS, so double quotes give it. When my Ansible OS family, that means my what are the servers I have here? If all servers are equal to Red Hat, in Red Hat R and H are capital. In Red Hat RNHR capital. Install that one. Execute this command, but when to execute? When my Ansible OS family is equal to Red Hat. Same like Ubuntu as well. So just to give -name, installing tree on Ubuntu. So just to give command. So for Ubuntu, what you need to give? apt install tree -y. Sir, when I want to execute this command, same one. Ansible OS family is equal to, guys, is double is equal to, not single is equal to, is equal to Debian. What it is? Because Ubuntu is Debian based family. Ubuntu is what here? Debian based family. Is the condition clear? What is the task one here? Installing tree on. What is the command I have given? Yum install tree. But when this command need to execute? When my Ansible OS family is equal to Red Hat. If it is not Red Hat, don't execute this one. Second one is installing tree on Ubuntu. When I want to execute this one? When Ansible OS family is equal to Debian. Now I am going to show you which family we are using. Sir, for example, I have Ansible servers. What I have, sir? I want to see how many servers are having what type of family. Red Hat is one type of family. Ubuntu is one of the family. How to check it means we have something called as modules. What we're gonna have? So Ansible setup -m. So just to give dev of 1. I want to see dev of 1. What I want to see? See now? Nothing is coming. But here, if you give -m in front of setup and check it now. -m. Are you getting some information or not, sir, here? So if you go to top, it is showing the Ansible OS family. If you go here, it will show Ansible OS family. See here, I'll show you, wait. Are you seeing this one? One second, Ansible OS family. We can also use some other command, but I'll tell first of all manual Ansible OS family. One second. You see here, you will find something called as Ansible OS family. Check where it is. Are you seeing Ansible OS family? What is our Ansible OS family, sir? If dev is Red Hat, test is also Red Hat or not? That means in the above playbook, what will come, sir? In the above playbook, what will execute? Condition number 1 or condition number 2? Condition number? Why condition number 1 will execute? Because our Ansible OS family is Red Hat only. What is the command we used to check? Ansible -m. -m is the module. What is the name of the module? Setup. And dev 1 is the server. Sir, if you want to search like normal, it will take lot of time, right? If you want to search like this, it will take lot of time. Correct or not? For that purpose, I'll tell one shortcut. Use the grep command. Which command? Give pipe symbol. What is the meaning of pipe symbol? Output of first command is going to be input of. So just to give grep -i, just type family. In Ansible OS family, no one to type all of them. Just to give family is enough. So if you see, it is going to set all the families. So Ansible OS families, what's are here? Easy or not? Instead of searching all the things, it will make our work very easy. Okay. Again, I'll explain this setup concept one more time separately. Don't worry about it now. So now you know our all Ansible families are Red Hat families only. Our all Ansible families are Red Hat. Now in the above playbook, which command, which condition will execute? 1 or 2? 1. So give the command Ansible -playbook. What do we need to give? Playbook name. Hit enter. Now check what will happen. It is telling that, see, this one look like fix. It seems here there is no value stored. It is telling that in line number 5, column number 33, there may be some syntax problem. What we are having, sir? I'll tell what is the syntax. Let me open the documentation. Why? Because like this, you need to understand. I'll show something for you. I will look on it. So Ansible here. conditions, right? We are talking about now. Where it is, loops, conditions. Yeah, here. Just see here and what you are fixing here. Tell me what you're gonna fix this one. Variables, handlers, loops, conditions. Sir, here have we need to change anything? Only one small change. Huh? Yeah, double quotes only. Here, if you see, it's a double quotes I have given for Debian and Red Hat here. But here, where I have given, sir, for Ansible OS family. Small mistake or not? Double quotes are common, but I have selected the wrong attribute. For that purpose, it won't come. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give double quotes for the Debian and remove this one. Now it will work very fine. Escape, and for Red Hat also I need to give double quotes, right? So just to give double quotes. Here also double quotes. Is it fine, sir? Now save it, execute it now. See what will happen now. Is it executing, sir? Installing tree on Red Hat. It is working on Red Hat only, but Ubuntu is not working. Ubuntu is skipping. Ubuntu is doing what? Sir, why Ubuntu is skipping, sir? Because it is not satisfying the condition. What is the condition? Ansible OS family is equal to Red Hat, execute on servers. If not, don't execute that one. Execute some other server. In our cluster, do you have any Ubuntu servers? That means condition is not satisfied. So the condition is skipped here. Condition is what? Is the process clear now? So this is what you called as your conditions. What we are going to call it as conditions. But again, I'll tell something very interesting for you. Okay, like this will be useful for your R&D, like subject purpose. I'll tell 1 second. Where is our Ansible codes? Are we using this one daily? Comments, yeah. It is our day 3 or day 4 for Ansible? Day 4, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Day 4. What is the topic number 1 here? Conditions. This is an example. Okay. Sir, now this time I'll put one more thing. For example, I want to install Docker this time. What I want to install, sir? Docker. So just give the above playbook and read. Instead of tree, what I need to replace now? Docker. So just use percentage this one. Set command / I want to replace tree. What I want to replace? With Docker. Oh, 1 second, 1 second. Pattern I have given wrongly. Percentage / tree. I want to replace Docker. Is it replacing done now? What, sir, for a change? Actually, gather facts will come, right? Actually, gather facts. For example, if you want to disable gather facts, I'll tell you what meaning of this one. Sir, if you execute a playbook, are you getting gathering facts? Getting it or not? If you want to disable this one, what we need to do? Just give vim playbook.yml and here just give gather underscore facts false. What I am giving gather facts is equal to. Now execute the playbook. Will our playbook execute or not, sir? See now. What is happening? What just happened, sir? Try to think. I'll give you a couple of minutes of time, read that complete error and think logically and answer my question. I'll give a couple of minutes of time. Go ahead. There is some reason like why it is not getting. I'll tell you, but first of all, think yourself why it happened. What is the reason behind it? Very simple, but again, critical. Read that complete error. Or it is OS Instead of name, whatever I can give, right? Name is my choice. I can give ABC as well. What's your name? Naveen. And what's yours? Sunil. So I can give Naveen or I can give Sunil. Whatever thing I want, I can give. Even I can give Venkat as well. It's up to my choice. So now T. Check it. Syntax, like, what is the mistake there? Think logically. Gathering facts we need to. Arey man, see. Gathering facts is already false. Already what here? False. But what? Why it is not getting? Anything? What we need to do now exactly? Any answers from your end? No? What about you, Mansa? Venkat? And you? Atla చూసి ఇట్లానే పిలుస్తాం. So tell, like, any guesses from your end? The thing is, like, gathering facts, disable this one. What I have done? Remove that one completely and executing the playbook. Is it executing or not? What is the reason? First reason, what is the reason? As per your knowledge. Exactly, perfect answer. That's the correct answer. Why? Because, see guys, it is very simple. When I give gathering facts, normally this will gather facts. What is the meaning of gather facts? It will take the information of all these servers, correct or not? When it take the information, the Ansible will know what kind of operating system it is. But if I put gathering facts is equal to false, how come Ansible know what is the OS family of that servers? If Ansible will not know Ansible OS family, how can this conditions will execute? Point clear? Here, what is the concept means conditions. What is the concept here? In condition, what I have given is Ansible OS family. What is the purpose of using gathering facts? To get the information of worker nodes. If Ansible will not know what is the Ansible OS family of the worker nodes, how can it will satisfy the conditions? Will it satisfy, sir? Further purpose, it won't come. Is it clear? Right node point. When we are working with conditions, we need to enable gather facts. If we disable, we need to enable gather facts. Okay, if we disable, Ansible main server will not get information of the other servers. If we disable, Ansible main servers will not get the information of other servers. What is the node point? Read me for. What is the node point I have said, sir? Read me loud. Huh? Any one of you can read, but loudly. Read. Okay, Sunil, you read. What is the node point I said? When we are working with the conditions, we need to enable the gather facts. Next, then, if we disable it, Ansible main server will not get the information of the worker nodes. If information is not getting, how come the condition will satisfy? That is the concept of using Ansible conditions. Is the point clear, sir? Now, have you got idea about conditions? Definitely your damn sure question interview. No doubt at all. Definitely. So make it a star marks. Star marks, huh? Only single star, huh? Which star? What is it? Okay, so the next concept is handler. What is the next concept? Handlers. What is the name of the concept? What is the meaning of handlers? What is the meaning of handlers? See, simple meaning. Like in Jenkins, you have seen one concept, linked projects. What is the purpose of using linked projects? No, don't say that upstream, downstream. What is the purpose of using linked projects? One job is linking with, same here, one task is linking with other task. Okay. Handlers. When, like, not like this, I'll give the exact meaning. One task is linked with other task. Or one more example is, task will execute when it will be called by other task. Task will be executed. Okay. So handlers will consist of notify. Which indicates we need to start another task. See here, meaning is important. I write in English. You can use your small words as well. Okay. I'm just using some what we call this one grammatical things, but you can write as per your wish. Okay. So for example, let's take one example. Okay. Sir, we know HTTPD. Okay. First of all, write that one and tell me once you are done. Is that clear, sir? So handler, for example, let's take HTTPD is a web server. What it is? Like web service actually. When you download any service by default, it will be on which state? It will be on which state? So I download one service, but I haven't started the service. Is it going to help me, sir? Not help me, right? For that purpose, what I'll do is I'll use the handlers. What I'll do is in handler, I need to mention two tasks. First task is installing the HTTPD. First task is installing the. Second task is starting the HTTPD. Okay, what I'll do is see here. Open the playbook, VIM playbook2.yml. So here, what I'm going to do is remove this stuff. So I'm giving installing HTTPD. What is the command, sir? Yum install HTTPD, right? Okay. So after that, I'm telling this one. So hyphen name, restarting HTTPD. Correct or not? Restarting HTTPD. What is the command? Command systemctl restart HTTPD. It is a normal way. It is a normal way. I'm not executing, but I'll give it as example. Okay. Sir, but when you are using Ansible, you are not going to do like this. You are not going to. How you are going to do is you need to use the handlers concept. Which concept? Handlers. I'll tell you. So first of all, I am telling to this writing one notify. What I am writing? Notify. Notify. I am telling restarting HTTP. Of course, name must be wrong. Don't worry about the name. That means once this task is done, execute this task. Are you seeing the task here? And are you seeing the command? So, but here instead of name, I need to give handlers. What I need to give? Handlers. That means it will tell Sir, step number 1 is installing HTTPD. After installing HTTPD, I am telling to notify this task. So this task, what is telling to restart the HTTPD? Is the point clear? If you see the definition, I said one task is linked to another task. Is restarting linked with installing or not? If I want to restart HTTPD, first of all, I need to install HTTPD. That means linking or not. And second point, what I said here, the task will execute when it is called by other task. It is going to execute. Restart is going to execute. When it will execute, it will install HTTPD only. Correct or not, sir? Like that. Now, execute this one. See what will happen. See what is telling there. Handlers. Error, conflicting action statements, commands on handlers. Okay. What I'll do is VM playbook.yml. Sir, I'll do something. Instead of handlers, I'll give handler. What I'll give? Handler. And try it now. Is it executing now? No. That means here why it is not executing means there is something we need to change here. If you go to the documentation, I clearly mentioned something. See there, just only one small thing we need to change. What do we need to change there? You gave everything correct, but only one thing you need to change. Handler need to be given straight to the task, right? But here in the playbook, where you have given, sir? VM playbook2.yml. Here where you have given some other. So actually you need to give here name only. What you need to give? Name. But handler where you need to give? You need to give exactly from the starting point of task. So just to give handler. And before executing, is it handler or handlers? Handlers. Just to give colon. Is it fine now? Executing, sir. See, Ansible writing the playbook. When you are writing the playbooks in Ansible, it is going to be very, very easy for you. But the main point you need to catch here is the indentation. The loss of indentation is going to make you pay very big. Okay. If you miss something, you need to take care of it. So troubleshooting is going to be very, very crucial. Okay. So already I said one crucial points when you're playing with Ansible. For indentation point of view, what I said, you need to start with which letter? 3. First of all, hyphen. And for every new thing, you are going to start with line number, letter number 3. So that is the main point. Is my executed or not, sir? Ansible handler? Like that. So let me give this one. So what is the meaning of handler, sir? One task is going to interlink with other task. Okay, like you can give whatever task you want. So now first topic is today conditions. Is the condition clear? 2 examples. And handler clear? Okay, of course you can do it with use Docker as well. Okay, I'll tell one thing for you. Sir, let's do Docker VM like playbook2.yml. Here what I'm doing is instead of giving HTTPD, I'm going to replace Docker. What I'm going to replace? %s/. I need to replace HTTPD with Docker. So now what is going to install? Docker. But for a change, what I'm going to give is I'm going to give some wrong name here. So instead of here also I'm giving Docker, and of course I can also name this here Docker. Sorry, if you see, these both are same or different, sir. Here I have mentioned something, but here I have mentioned something. Now check it out. If I try to execute this one, see what will happen. What is telling? Error. The requested handler restarting HTTPD was not found. That means, sir, here what you said after executing this one, what you said after executing this one, notify to this task. That means once your command is executed, tell to start this process. But are you seeing any process with this name? Why? Because name is different, right? Their name is, once the name is different, is it going to execute, sir? No, but I'll change the name now. VM, just to give playbook2.yml, and here, so just to give restarting Docker now. So I'm going to give both names same. RESTH or restarting Docker. What I'm giving? Restarting Docker. Here also I'll change Docker itself. Again, one more example I'll tell you. Both same or different, sir, now? Now execute this one. But you need to think one more thing wisely here. Just have a look on it. Installing Docker and restarting Docker. Both are working or not, sir? So it is the way. Okay. So just to give cat playbook2.yml, and I'm giving this example as well for you. Okay, I'm telling one node point here. I'm writing here as node point. Node point is what here? Notify and name will be same. If not, we will get error. Is the node point clear? Whatever the notify you are seeing here, name must be same. If those both are different, we are going to get error. Let me change this name. Restarting REST. Is it clear? Okay. So now click on save now here. Guys, whatever you learned, handlers, condition, these both are very, very important. Is that clear? Definitely your entry point of view questions. So now just I am going to use one more thing called as debug module. Which module? Debug module. Use it to print messages. Use it to print what? So now open the playbook, VM, playbook.yml. Sir, for example, I want to print one message. I want to print one what? So how to print the message means we need to use a debug module. So I am just giving message. And but before that, 1 second, I think we have some more other important topics rather than this. One loops is done, conditions done. Next vault. I'll tell about vault now. Okay, why? Because vault is more important than debug. So let's proceed with vault now. So 1 second. Control X and give Control V. So now we are going to discuss about vault. What is the meaning of vault as per your knowledge? To secure the information. For example, see, in your home, you have some land property documents, right? The documents where you are going to put on your home locker, if not on your bank locker. Why we prefer only locker? Safest place. Same thing vault as well. What is the purpose of using vault? Means it is used to store the data in encryption format. Which format? Encryption format, and that format is ADE256. AES256, I think so. Yes, AES256. AES256. It is an encryption technique. Guys, in real time, definitely we need to use the vault. Okay. What is the purpose of using vault, sir? To store the data in encryption format. Which format? Actually, we have one scenario. I'll explain the scenario. So let's consider I have one playbook. What I have? One playbook. Okay, so I'm going to remove Docker Ansible all -a yum remove whatever package I have installed. Docker I have installed. Tree I have installed. -y. I am removing this both, as well as I need to give HTTPD as well. Okay, let me give that one as well. Just to give HTTPD. What are the packages I have installed? I have removed here. So now see, sir, for example, I have one deployment playbook. What I have? In my organization, what exactly happens? I'll tell one real-time scenario where we have faced this kind of issue. So for example, what will happen is, in our organization, like it's a startup actually, we work for startup. In the startup, we have 5 people in the DevOps team. How many? In that 5 persons, one is manager, team manager. Forgot about his. Why? Because he never do work. All the manager work is to make us work for them. So rest of people, how many? 4. So there are 2 people. One is me, Raham, and second one is Teja. Teja means boy. Okay. As well as here we are having 2 other more people. One guy name is Anuj, and one guy is fresher. His name is Ravi. Like we are 4 people there in my previous organization. Huh? I got your point. Okay. So Raham, Teja, Anuj, as well as Ravi. So what exactly happens is whenever deployment comes, actually me or Teja will do deployments. Why? Because we are the senior people there, and these two guys are fresher. Like he is having 2 years of experience only. He is fresher, just now passed out, but we have hired him as a fresher. So whenever deployment comes, either me or Teja will accept the request and we will do work. So one day, actually, what happened is I was on the leave. So who is there? He is working on some other task actually. He is working on some other task. So one of the developer raised a request to do the deployment. So manager will never work. I am on leave. Teja and like Anuj as well. These both are on some other work. So when the deployment comes, who is the freeborn now? Fresher Ravi. So he have only 3 years, 3 months of experience at that time. What happened is, actually we never said him to do deployment, but he have the access. He have the access for Ansible server. What he have done is, he directly run the deployment. If you run the playbook, everything will be automated. See, to do the deployments in real time, we will do nothing. We just run the playbooks and clicking the build. If you click on build, it is directly going to run to production servers. Of course, he run the playbook and the deployment is done. But unfortunately, what happened is, deployment need to be done on dev environment, but he deployed on production directly. Where I need to deploy actually? Development. But where he have deployed on? Every information is correct. He given the branch information correctly. He selected the client information correctly. He selected the everything correctly. But what is small mistake there? In host name, he need to put dev actually. He need to put production actually in host name. But what he put, sir? How much big mistake it is? So immediately we got one call. That is what you call as escalation. You know anything about escalation? What is escalation? No, not that. Like escalation means, see, for example, in your college days, if you do something wrong, your principal will call your parents, right? And do one parent issue meeting. That is what you call escalation in the organizations. If you do something wrong, okay, your team manager as well as like your team lead, 3 of you must need to be have a call. Why? Because in order to prevent those mistakes on future. So immediately we got one escalation call. Of course, like escalation went very hard because like the mistake is from our end. He's a fresher. He doesn't know anything. What is our mistake? Means mistake done by him only. But what is our main mistake is, we need to restrict him actually. We need to restrict him for not running the playbooks, but we haven't provided the restriction. If I provide restriction, will he able to run the playbook? In Jenkins, I provide restriction or not? But in Ansible, we never provide that one. So that is the major cause of this one. For that purpose, later we have done is, we have restricted the person. That means if deployment need to be done, either me or Teja need to run. How we can run is, we can put the password. What we can put? If I give the password, then only playbook will run. If I don't give password, playbook will not run. Concept clear? Sir, how you are going to implement this one is by using the Ansible Vault concept. Which concept? For example, let's create one normal file, vim creds. Cred means credentials actually. So I'm giving name is equal to Raham, password is equal to test 1 2 3 4. For example, it is a normal file. So just to give cat creds. Sir, are you seeing this file, sir? If I give this file normally, everyone can see it. But I want to protect it. I want to encrypt it. How you can use this Ansible Vault? Give the command Ansible Vault. Okay. You have a lot of encryption techniques. First of all, I want to create one thing. So I am removing this one. I am removing the creds actually. So what I'm going to do is, 1 second. I am removing the file rm-rf creds. Is the file gone, sir, now? Sir, if I want to protect that file, the command is Ansible-vault create. I am creating a vault. What I am creating? With the name of creds. Like creds is the file name. Just to give creds.txt or creds. Is it opening the file or is it asking me the password first of all? Give the password. I have given the password. It is satisfied. And give the username and password now. Now if you save the file, if you give the command cat creds.txt, previously you got username and password. But now what you are getting, sir? What you are getting? Why the data is encrypted? Because we are using the Ansible Vault. What we are using? Ansible Vault. Sir, if you create the same username and password on text format, it is showing. But on Ansible, is it showing, sir? No. And if you give LL, permissions are also restricted. Have you seen this one? Permission for playbook is different and permission for vault is also different. So command to create Ansible Vault is Ansible Vault create. What is the command to create the Ansible Vault? Ansible Vault create. Sir, for example, I want to edit. For example, username password, I want to change it. That means I want to edit or not. The command is Ansible Vault edit. What is the command? Ansible Vault edit. So now my question is, who can edit this one? Only I can. Why? Because I know the password, right? So first of all, it will ask password. If you give password only, it will edit. So now just I'm changing the password. This time password is test12345. Just changing something here. I will change the password now. Now again, if you give cat credits.txt, if you see pattern is changed or not, sir? I have changed only something, but entire pattern is changed or not. Here the series start with 623, but here and series ends with 43964, and here 6439. Same or different, sir? Whenever you open anything and if you change, entire pattern is going to change. This is what you call as encryption. What you are going to call it as encryption. So now you know how to create the vault and how to edit the vault. What is the purpose of creating the vault? To store the content in an encryption format. Which format? And what is the purpose of editing the vault? If you want to change the content, what you store, you can use the edit. Sir, for example, I want to change the password. Same command, Ansible Vault. Command is rekey. What I want to give? Rekey is to change the password. So first of all, give the old password and give the new password. Is that clear, sir? Now key is changed. Key is what here? What is the command to change the Ansible password, sir? Ansible Vault rekey. Sir, for example, the content is on encryption or decryption. I want to decrypt. The command is same command. Instead of rekey, we need to give decrypt. Already it is encrypted. Already it is what? I want to decrypt this one. Asking the password. So now if you see cat threads.txt, are you seeing plain information or not, sir? Command to decrypt is Ansible Vault decrypt and vault name. Now again, if I want to encrypt, instead of decrypt, what I need to give? Encrypt. So it will ask the password, give the password. If you see, if you error the wrong password, what is telling, sir? Error in vault password prompt. Whatever the password you have given, it is wrong password. Which password? Wrong password. So now just to give encrypt. Okay. So now just to give here Ansible Vault encrypt. I want to encrypt. So just to give password correctly. If I give password wrong, what will happen, sir? What will happen? If I give password wrong, it will not take. So have I given password correctly now? Data is going to be encrypt now. Encrypt or not? Sir, again, if I want to see the content, I want to decrypt or not? What is the command to decrypt? Ansible Vault decrypt. But I have one condition. I don't want to decrypt, but I want to see the password. I don't want to decrypt, but I want to see username and password. I mean, I want to see the content. We have something called as Ansible show command. Which command? Show. I'll tell you one technique on this. 1 second. Encrypt and finally your show. Like to show the content, just to give Ansible Vault view. What I am giving? View. It will ask the password. It is telling decrypting fail. Why? Because credentials is not perfect. I'll give the perfect credentials now. Is it fine now? If you observe, sir, data is not decrypted. Data is not, but am I able to see the content or not? See the condition. Normally, if I want to see the content which is encrypted, I want to decrypt it. But what is my condition? I want to see the content, but the data should not be decrypted. At that case, what we are using Ansible what? View. So if you give Ansible Vault view, what is going to tell, sir? Show the content, but data will not be. Is the concept clear for Ansible Vault? So now my main question is, sir, you said Ansible Vault we can use to encrypt data, but you said one more scenario. How to restrict? How to restrict? Now you tell me how to restrict this one. I want to restrict the user. How can I restrict the user? See, for example, it is my playbook, right? Just if you give LL, are you seeing playbook? 1 second. Internet go on. Okay. So now this playbook need to be run by me only. If I have 10 people on my team, only I want to run it. How can I restrict? How can I give access only for myself? Normally, if you give the command Ansible -playbook, playbook.yml, this playbook will run or not. But what I'll do is I'll encrypt the playbook. What I'll do? How to encrypt? Ansible Vault encrypt playbook.yml. Is the playbook encrypted now? See? Done or not now? Use the command class playbook.yml. What you are seeing there? Actually, we need to see some content there. But what is telling, sir? Encryption. Now, if I try to run the playbook, Ansible -playbook, playbook.yml, what it is asking? Attempt to decrypt, but no vault secret. I am trying to execute the playbook, but it is not executing. Why? Because there is no password. If I want to run it, I want to decrypt it. What I want to do? To decrypt, what I need to do? If I want to, it is encrypt. I want to decrypt. What I need to give? Ansible Vault decrypt playbook.yml. Sir, if I try to decrypt it, out of 10 people, how many will know the password? Only me. That means who can run the playbook? Restricted or not? So that is the way. So just to give the password and try to run it now. Previously it is not running, but if you see, it will run now. Huh? I'm not getting your question. You cannot. There is no way. If you want to execute, you need to decrypt the password. Okay, sorry, not password, vault. So if I decrypt the playbook, is playbook executing, sir? That means I only executed. Later what I'll do, I'll again encrypt. Now second people can able to execute this one. Why? Because it is encrypted. To decrypt, password is needed. Who is giving the password? Only me. So that's it. Okay, so I'm going to give this one. This is the last command. I'm writing note point. Note Ansible Vault will encrypt the playbook as well. Okay, so when you encrypt, it will ask password, and if you want to run the playbook, you need to give that password. If not, write this note point. You cannot. There is no way. You have two options. When you forget the password, you have two options. First option is delete the playbook and write one more time. Don't worry. See what happened. You never need to write the, because what are the playbook you are writing? Every playbook will be on GitHub only for your access. Nothing. No one can access. You can directly take it or not. First option. Second option, what you can do is, in real time, whenever you give any kind of password, all the passwords you need to update on SharePoint. At that time, how can you forget the password? You give the password, immediately you are going to update on SharePoint. You cannot forget. Why? Because if you forget the password, you can go to SharePoint and you can take it from there. Na? Two possibilities we have. Even if you forget, don't worry. Whenever you write the playbook, you will be going to store it on GitHub. From there, you can get it. In SharePoint, only few people can access. For example, if DevOps people is there, only DevOps people will access. That too, only some credentials only, not everyone. Okay. So remember one thing, in real time, there is no point of discussing if what happened if you forget the password. Even I forgot my password a lot of times. When I forget my password, what I'll do is I'll directly go to Bash in server. I'll update my password. If not, I'll use my colleague credentials. If not, you can do it like that as well. Okay, so now is the vault concept clear? Next, what are the topics we are having pending is, one second. Roles I'm not going to teach you today. Tomorrow I'll teach. Tags is done. Galaxy also tomorrow. And Jenkins setup is not now. Okay. So, okay. For example, so I'm going to show you how to enter the playbook into, like already you have seen how to copy the one file to all the servers by using copy module, correct or not? Now this time what I'll do is I'll create the same application.yml and I'll try to copy this to the all the worker nodes, but with the help of playbook now. You have seen the concept by using Ansible modules, but now I'm going to show you with the help of playbook. Create one playbook, vim playbook.yml. So already this is done, right? So just to give name, copying content, copying a file or copying the content. Already we have seen this one, sir, but where we have seen by the help of module, but now I am telling with the help of playbook. If you see here, first of all, you need to give the copy module. What you need to give? Copy is the module we are using. So just to give copy is the module, and destination, to which file you are copying. Destination means we are copying to which file? Destination. So this time I am giving graham.txt. What I am giving? Or just give like apology.txt. Some random examples, anything is fine. Okay. So now here I want to give the content. What I want to give? Content. Just give the pipe symbol here. What you are giving? Guys, here you can write whatever you want. For example, like in real time, when you want to send mail, if you do something wrong, you need to apology. You need to send some apology to it. How can you send the apology mail? Sorry for the inconvenience. I'll never repeat it. Correct or not? So type the same thing here. Sorry. I will make sure I will take care of the things from my end now. Okay. And I will never repeat it. Guys, it is the apology mail. Okay. So a lot of you don't know how to write the apology mail. In real time, for example, see, when you done something wrongly, if I done some mistake, that mistake is going to pay for other team. I done the mistake, but other people are paying mistake for it. At that time we need to write the apology mail. So just I'm giving a glimpse. Okay. So just type like this. Sorry, I'll make sure I'll take care of the things from now, my end. So now I'll never repeat. Like just write this kind of apology things. So after writing this one, you need to copy this all servers, right? So how to end the things with? Just give it. Just go to here, save it now. Now execute the playbook. Ansible -playbook. What is the playbook name? Playbook.yml. So now this file is going to copy. to all servers. Is it copying, sir? What is the name of the file? Name of the file inside. Apology.txt. Now check it. How to check Ansible all -a ls. Are you seeing apology.txt now? So it is the way how you can copy the content. So not only single server, you can copy it to the multiple servers. And one more suggestion what I can give is try to learn how to write the mails. Why? Because emails, like when you are going for a company, when you are onboarding, you need to write some emails. When someone is assigned some work, you need to write email for it. Or when you want to apply leave, you need to write email. Or when some escalation is happen, again you need to write a lot of mails. See, remember, these skills you need to empower yourself. Not everyone is going to teach you. Okay. So when you go for soft skill classes, then only you can get be teached there. But for these kind of things, you never need to go for soft skills. You can write yourself. Or better, if you don't know how to write, what you need to do? ChatGPT, direct answer, ChatGPT. Okay. Like that. Is the process clear, sir? How to enter the content? So just give cat playbook2.yml and copy this one. Just give it here. So you can write here what are the content you want. So I am just giving hi all here. Like, of course, like not only this one, I just said here how to write one apology mail, but you can write whatever you want. So I just am giving abc.txt here. Is it clear? So next topic, what we can see. 1 second. Okay, of course, like you can change the permissions. For permissions, actually, this playbook is not required. You can use ad hoc command as well to change the permission. I won't recommend this one. So deployment, I am going to tell on tomorrow's class, and PAP module. So we are going to discuss about Python modules. Which modules? Sir, whenever you are working on real time, for example, your application is Python application. We need to use Python modules. Which modules we need to use? Tell me any few Python modules, you know. Python modules. NumPy, Pandas. These are some of the Python modules. Sir, I want to install Git. What is the command I need to give? I'm install Git. Or if I want to install Ansible, what is the command? I'm install or Amazon Linux install. For example, I want to install tree. Sir, but if I want to install NumPy, can we give yum install NumPy? Will it work? Can we give yum install Pandas? No, why? Because for Linux packages, yum is the package manager. For your Linux packages, see here. For Linux, what is the package manager? Yum or apt you can use, correct or not? But for Python, the package manager will be PIP. That means if you want to install any kind of Python things, you need to use PIP module. Which module? So now that thing we are going to learn here. So how to install the Python packages with the help of PIP module. So already I said here in this one, Ansible PIP module is used when you want to manage Python libraries. Okay, so I'm writing this one directly. It is used when you need to manage Python libraries. Use it to manage. Shortcut, don't need to write this much. Use it to manage Python libraries on the remote servers. Okay, sir, but here when you want to work with PIP, you need to have two conditions. First one is PIP should be already installed on remote servers. For example, I want to install NumPy and Pandas. To install NumPy and Pandas, what I need to use? PIP module. This PIP module must be present on all the remote servers. So execute this one first of all. How to install PIP on all servers? Ansible all -a yum install PIP-y. Now, have I installed PIP or not, sir? See, PIP is the module used to install the NumPy and Pandas libraries. So now create a playbook, vim playbook.yml. So name installing NumPy. What I'm giving is installing NumPy or installing Pandas, anything is fine. Sir, which is the package manager we are using? PIP. And what is the name of the package? NumPy. That's it. Name. In NumPy, M and P must be capital. Very, very important point. In practice, you will give all small and you are going to ask to mentors, it is not coming. Why it is not coming? In NumPy, both N and P must be capital. But sir, before executing the playbook, make sure one thing, we have two conditions. First condition is satisfied, correct or not? Install PIP and remote server. But second condition is we need to install virtual environment as well. But it is not recommended. You don't know what is the meaning of virtual environment. I'll tell you at the end. Virtual environment is like, I think you know about it, right? Python developer, as a Python developer. Okay, I'll tell you. The meaning of virtual environment is, for example, let's take dev and test environment. I have the code. If the code need to be run on only dev environment, I'll create one virtual environment. Code is same. Again, if I have one more code that need to be executed on only test environment, how you are going to achieve by using the virtual environment? Which concept? So it is going to be very important on real time. Every Python developer must need to have at least some basic understanding about virtual environment. Okay. So virtual environment should also be installed, but it is not recommended. Okay, like it is not important, not recommended, not important. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to execute the playbook. So now what I'm going to install, sir? NumPy. So installation will success now. Is it done now? It is the way how you can install the Python packages with which module, sir? PIP module. Don't call it as pip. It is not pip. Okay, it is PIP. What we need to call it as PIP. Sir, for example, I want to install pandas this time. Instead of NumPy, I need to install pandas. What I need to install? In pandas, P must be capital. Pandas. So just to give, instead of NumPy, I need to give pandas. Of course, name should not be changed. Like it is not recommended. So now execute this one. Is my pandas installing, sir, now? But for a change, what I'm going to do is, one second. But for a change, what I'll do now is, instead of PIP, if I put M here, see what will happen? What is happening, sir, here, see? False. Why it is coming false? No package matching. Why? Because you want to install pandas. What we want to install? To install pandas, what is a package manager? PIP. So that need to be there. But what we have given there, it will not satisfy the condition. Is it clear, sir? That's it. So next, raw module. Have I said the raw module? So I'll tell this one module and we'll stop the class here today. So our last module is raw module. Which one? Raw module. Raw, what is called this one? To execute Linux commands as like command, comma, shell, modules. So for example, what I'm going to do is I'll install one package vim playbook.yml. Here I'm going. So I'm just giving installing tree. What I'm giving? Installing tree. First of all, you know command, right? If I give command yum install tree, will it work or not? So I'm just giving command yum install tree -y. And task 2 is installing Docker. What is task 2? But this time I'm using shell, sir. What I'm using? Shell is a module used to execute shell commands. Directly giving yum install Docker -y. And third thing, I'm going to use raw module. Which module? 3 modules inside same playbook. Now third module is installing what we can give Maven. Let's give Maven. So just to give raw module, which module? Yum install Maven -y. Sorry, if you see command having same syntax, shell is also having same syntax, and raw is also having same syntax. Let me execute this one and check whether all will work or not. But before that, let me remove all of them. One second. So I'm removing HTTPD, tree, and Docker. I am removing all the files, I mean packages. Okay. What is the command to execute the playbook? Ansible -playbook. Now, if you see, all of them will execute or not. First of all, tree is executing command module. Second one, shell module. Is Docker executing, sir? And third one is which module? Raw module. For raw module, what we are trying to install? Maven. Check it now. Is it executed or not? Tree is installed, Docker is installed, Maven is also installed. If you go to the playbook now, sir, command module, shell module, raw module will work. Same purpose, but we have some difference. Okay. When you compare shell module with command module is advanced than shell module. Command module is advanced than, and raw module is more advanced than command module. Okay, if you see the syntax, shell module is greater than or less than? Less than. Shell module is less than command module, and command module is less than. That means which is ultimate here? Raw module. Whatever you can execute from shell, you can execute from command, and whatever you can execute from command, you can execute from. But command module will not execute all the stuff. Command module is restricted to only some tasks. We cannot execute all the tasks by using command module. What are the tasks restricted by using command module? We can execute by using raw module. Means command module will not do all the work. If something cannot be able to done by command module, which module we can use? Is it clear? That's it. And one more advantage of raw module is, sir, when you want to work this Ansible, in backend we need to have Python, right? But for raw module, Python is not required. Is it clear? And it is never going to be an interview question. I am just telling for your knowledge purpose. In interview, they will never ask this type of questions. But why I am telling is for knowledge purpose only. So again, how many modules I have shown you here? 3. So first of all, which module is? 1 second, I'll give like this better. I'll give shell here and I'll give command here. Anything is fine. First of all, shell module. What is advanced than shell module? Command module. And what is advanced than command module? Raw module. Command module can do all, but if command module cannot do some things, it is going to be done by raw module. Is that clear, sir? And for one more advantage of using raw module is, for raw module, Python need not to be installed. It can directly execute. Is that clear? So that's it now. It's about for today's class. Okay. So in today's class, what we have seen, sir, from starting? Condition we have seen, handlers we have seen, vault we have seen, how to copy the content, Python modules and raw module and shell module. Okay. So I am going to give raw versus command versus shell. Write this on your own words. Okay. I am not going to tell this one. Just write on your own words. Let me give all this stuff on your GitHub. Oh, 1 second. I already have an Ansible, right? 1 second. Ansible day 4. I am giving history command as well. Give me 1 second. It is which one? Day 4, right? day 4 of Ansible, and I'm going to give history as well. In last class up to what is the history, which line it is? 195. So I need to give from 195. Yeah. I think there is no use of using history comments, right? But again, for your satisfaction. Why? Because if I don't give history comments, now definitely some of you will come and give me all. They're like that. But remember, with the help of history comment, we don't have much usage. Okay. So now on today's class, like we have seen only 5 to 6 topics. Okay. On these 5 to 6 topics, we have seen multiple examples. So now, are you having any doubts or queries on today's class? First of all, how the class for today? Is it good? So if the class is good, what do you need to do? And one more thing, how many of you are not going to the lab? Not going to the lab. 1, 2, raise your hands. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Why you are not going to lab? Okay, you have some shift issues. Okay, forgot about. And what about remaining people? You're practicing at home. Then if you are getting errors, then how it is? How you are resolving? Huh? You'll come from Saturday. Very good. I'll note it. What's your name? Shoaib. We'll meet you on Saturday. What about you then? I'm asking you only. You 3 raised your hands, right? Why you are not coming? Only 2 days you didn't came, huh? Then today you are coming, right? Sure. We'll meet you on lab. And what about remaining? Someone raised there. I want to see everyone of you on my lab. If you come to lab, I'll teach the subject more in depthly. If you are not, I'll not. Depends upon your hand. So from today, it's fine. From tomorrow, I am going to tell only one example for each topic. That's for damn sure. It depends upon your hands. If you come, it's fine for all of us. If not, not for you. Okay? Just a speed warning for all of you. For me, exception, like you are working, right? Exception. Okay. So then that's it. So what about online? How many of you are using the lab session? If you are not, try to use the lab session. Why? Because I already said, if you come to lab session, you are going to get the placement support. If you are not coming, they will never give the placement support. Okay. So placement support is very, very important. You are learning the course. What is the purpose of learning the course? To get the job, right? Not to pay for me and nourish IT. To get the job only. So be careful on that. So I will recommend you to come to lab, everyone. Okay. Okay then. So let's meet you on tomorrow's class. Bye. I hope you don't have any doubts, right? Before ending. Okay then. Go. What about you online? Are we having any doubts or queries? You can practice on online.